No, he's talking about an employee.
What? I'm gonna get my what?
If you was the CEO of a business and you had employees, so they all got the same rights as you,
No, they don't.
your
But I
business.
thought you was talking about my woman. But if it was my woman,
So,
one unit.
because my point is, a family structure is based on the man's vision.
I think if we go in this, just me, man. I just can't see, and I'm not trying to save the world, but I'm saying simply this: if she's willing to let me guide her to Christ, if she's willing, whether she's broken a hole, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna do.
But why not have the mindset of I'm leading, whether you like it or not? If you agree with my leadership, cool. If not, cool. But I don't think that it's smart to let a woman decide what your move is going to be.
Well,
because that's what you're doing when you're saying you're waiting for her to accept it.
And
I think I understand what Chef is trying to say for real.
Again,
So
I disagree with that. I'm sorry, Rap. I said I disagree with a woman dictating me. If I really truly want her and I truly want to be with her and I truly want to get with her, I'm not going to say I would do any and everything, but what I am going to lay down some structure and some principles and values when it comes to that. That's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, you know what? Maybe the issue is maybe when you hear the word submission, it makes you think about it a different way. Maybe that's why you feel protective towards women. But the thing about it is, men that are men, they're not looking at that word as a negative or a controlling thing.
Some men are. Let me say this. I'm glad we brought that up. And, discussion that we had with my mother being physically abusive and all that. Growing up in that household, hearing that type of energy and seeing her at her vulnerable state, yes, made me look at shit differently.
Bingo. Yeah.
When it comes
that makes sense.
When it comes to submission. Now, am I hard as hell?
That makes all the sense in the fucking world.
Now, am I a stubborn motherfucker? Yes, I am. I'm an asshole. I'm a straight up dick. I already know that. That's something nobody can really tell me. But when it comes to that, my ears are allergic to stupidity. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I'm in the protective mode when it comes to women. That you following me now? I'm in that protective mode. Even with my daughters, I'm in that protective mode. I'm like, nigga, if you're gonna put her hands on her, send her ass back home. Don't put your hands on her, because I'm in that protective mode.
Now let me ask this real quick. Do you think that it's possible that since you have a how can I put this? You have a sort of biased look at,
Paul.
Okay. Hold on. There we go. Now I was saying, do you think that since you have like a certain biased view on that word, that you can possibly misinterpret certain things?
Like, give me something.
Like even with what we're talking about with the Bible, with the meaning of certain things. Because now when you say that, it kind of makes sense, and I think is more the reason that it's hard to see where we're coming from is because you have a situation that kind of scorned your view on things.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Even in this day and time, I've tried to and watch the response that you get.
But on here, all the responses have been positive from the women.
Any random woman. I want you to try that off podcast, pre-podcast. Do it. See what you know.
And you know what? I could say that you're probably right, but then I'll also say this: not every woman is a wife. That's the thing.
Oh, and I'm in agreement.
You feel me? Like women that have wife qualities, they're not going to have an issue with it because they're going to be raised that way. They're going to be taught this is how you conduct yourself.
But what's the percentage of that wife material you will find in this day and time?
I would say it's low. I would say it's low.
It's
Yeah,
very low. So
yeah.
um, it's very low. So when you go in it that way, you got to be cautious. I mean, you got to be okay. Oh God, she's been hurt. She's this. Well, she's been through some shit, but she's not gonna give me her all just yet. And it's true. It goes back to where I say women, especially black women, they have the power. And we discussed this. They have the power to say, yes, I'm gonna fuck with you. No, I'm gonna fuck with you. Yes, I'm gonna fuck you. No, I'm gonna fuck you. So they have the power to say,
What?
okay, yeah. You actually hold on.
Yes, I'm gonna fuck with you. No, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Right, yeah. Yes, I'm gonna fuck with you. No, I'm gonna fuck with you.
No, I'm
No, I
not
won't.
gonna
No,
fuck.
I'm not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
God. So women have that power.
Yeah.
Women have that power. So women have black women or women period have more power than they really truly think. I'm sorry, but it is. So now, in order to get her, knowing that she's broken like a motherfucker, or she's whole and been through some shit, you think that whole woman really gonna give you her all in the beginning? No, hell no.
Let me tell you this. The reason we've been going at you so hard and talking shit is because this is the point. If we can both agree that wife material women, it's not such a big, it's not a lot of them. We can agree on that, right?
We agree. Mm-hmm.
So if we know that that percentage is low, why would you waste your time on a broken woman? Wait till she heals, and if you meet cross paths, then pursue her.
And hold
Because
up, and I'm
that's a
going to
bad
ask
investment. It's a bad
No,
investment.
I'm gonna give you this real quick. I'm gonna give you this real quick.
Go ahead.
In the Bible, it tells us, especially from the gospel, that we should basically play our part in healing the brokenhearted. So we never know who's really a bad investment. Sometimes I'll give him that. It does take time. Sometimes we can't see the problem and assume that that's all they are. Because even with like broken home kids,
now get that
like,
boy some claps. Get that boy some claps on that. Like for real. Get that boy some claps on that.
But at the same time,
and see,
I get where Chris comes from, because it's like people will play on that and play the victim and never take responsibility.
But life's about,
so that's what I'm saying.
But Ralph, life's about gambling and taking chances. That's what
Fuck
life is about. So what?
But see if you have God in you, right?
Mm-hmm.
God is going to help you have that discernment. You're going to be able to realize if this is the type of woman I'm supposed to invest in. Because we all know that men date down, and we don't have a problem with that. What I mean is we can be rich and we can find a woman that's dirt poor, and that doesn't matter to us. So it's not a fact that it's not the fact that, you know, women that are going through things, they're worth it. No, that's not the thing. But you have to use discernment that at the same time, even though a person might be going through something, that may not be your job. Okay. God may have the right woman waiting for you, and you play yourself investing in this woman when God is probably telling you no. When the woman's resisting, that's probably God trying to save you from what's ahead. What happens? We want to fight it and go around it and make it work.
Okay.
Right. Then we get played. That's why I say leave that shit alone. You know what I mean? Well, that's it.
But some women, you know how they say, you know how some women say, y'all niggas ain't shit. And we say all women ain't shit. But not all women are bad women. Not all men are bad men. So we could how would you know if she broken, even though she says she's whole? That
discernment.
Well, you can have it. Listen, you can have discernment all you want to. Sometimes we can get in our own way. Damn.
Of course. That's what I was just saying. Especially if she got an ass on her, we gonna be fucked up.
Damn, she fine as a motherfucker. So let me.
But it's always gonna be signs that we choose to ignore.
Way of discernment. That's emotion right there. Your emotions is getting in the way of the obvious fact. Your emotion attached to the idea of being with someone.
But we getting in emotionally we're putting ourselves in our own way, right?
And you know why? That's at those times. That's because we are controlling our lives. We're not allowing God to guide us. That's why when I can say, you know, not too long ago, I was running the fuck out of my life and ruining my life. But since
I'm gonna
I
say
started
this.
asking God to help me, I found the most peace I've ever had in my life. And even though I
Submitting your
still must mess up, even though I still mess up, the mess ups aren't as bad as before.
let me tell you about this nigga over here cooking and shit.
Now.
This nigga over here cooking and shit. Submitting yourselves to one another. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband. Husband, submit to your wives.
You don't say no goddamn submit to your wife.
Stop playing, yo. Don't do that. You're playing.
Look at Paul. Look at Paul.
Nah, the reason why Paul's shaking his head is because you don't understand. Even by playing like that, that can really work against you in the day of judgment.
No,
And you don't want that on you either. You
again,
can play with the word.
again, I disagree with that. I'm not playing with the bread. I truly, firmly believe that shit. I do.
But it doesn't say fuck what you believe. What does it say?
I know what it
That's
says. It says love.
that's
But
what
in
it.
biblical terms, again, since I got scorned and ridicule about Google, I'm just being real with you.
Fuck Google. You know. You don't compare Google with God? Like, that's a
No,
terrible comparison.
hold on. I ain't gonna fuck with you, Ralph, today. You my boy. I ain't gonna fuck with you today. I ain't gonna fuck with you. And this nigga over here seasoning chicken and shit like it's okay.
Hey, I bet you one thing though. He ain't submitting to that goddamn chicken. That chicken has submitted to him.
Is order to this chicken.